Yeah, Jim, since you're in your car and John, you're at your campsite and I'm in my office, we may as well start because we're in three different universes. Hey, everybody, it's me, Tom Dalton, and of course, Jim Edelman from the smash hit Emmy Award-winning PBS TV show Under the Radar. And we've got a good friend and a special guest today, John Lindley. He's the president and CEO of Marvac, which, contrary to popular belief, is not the ninth planet in our solar system, and actually stands for the Michigan Association of Recreational Vehicles and Campgrounds. And John, the 57th show, or the 57th running of the annual Detroit RV and Camping Show is coming to the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. And I venture to guess that you're not even that old. This show's probably been around longer than you have.
Yeah, it sure has. It's been around for a lot of years, and we're ecstatic to once again open the doors to thousands of people come a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, the show runs the 1st through the 5th of February, correct?
Yeah, Wednesday the 1st through Sunday the 5th of February. That's right.
Yeah, and if anybody's never been to this show, even if you're not interested in an RV, it's just, and you've got cabin fever, what a wonderful place to go. See what's available. And there's so much more than just RVs. You can learn about all outdoor adventures that you can take throughout Michigan, correct?
Yeah, it really is an outdoor hospitality type show, if you will. But obviously, RV camping is number one on that list, though. I mean, the size and scope of it is what's so impressive, right? 305,000 square feet of exhibit space, with someplace between 350 and 400 RVs, dozens of campground exhibitors, the DNR. Otherwise, it's a truly all-encompassing RV and campground experience.
One of the things that I like to see, especially because we've been doing this now with you guys for, I want to say close to 10 years, is you see, even in that short amount of time, you see this change of the options that the RVs and campers have. My favorite little option is this outside television that's that's kind of popped up, so you can sit around the campfire and still watch TV. So what is your favorite option that's kind of popped up in the last several years?
I'd say there's two things. First of all, I mean, you hit the nail on the head with the outdoor TV, but as you walk through the show, you'll find that I'll venture a guess, 75% of the units that are in there will have some level of outdoor kitchen associated, whether that's just a refrigerator, some outdoor counter space, a griddle, a sink. People enjoy being outside when they're camping. They don't want to have to go back in and out all the time to cook their meals. So that outdoor kitchen facility, of some more complex than others, but is obviously very prevalent in all the units. The other thing that's really cool is more and more manufacturers are delivering a line that are designed for what I'll call boondocking, more, being able to be off grid or away from your traditional campground or RV park for a little bit longer, right? So they've got more aggressive wheelbase and suspensions. They've got larger holding tanks, longer life batteries, solar capabilities, so that you can be away from civilization perhaps a little bit longer than what normally is. That's very popular right now too.
Well, Jim, I'm glad you brought that up, because you're right. There are so many options now. There are RVs that, like you said, there's outdoor televisions, there's outdoor kitchens, there's RVs that are designed for mountain bikers, that are designed with outdoor decks if you're like a partier, or you like to go to sit on the infield at the racetrack or something. So yeah, there's so many different options. And I love the fact that you can get an RV from a little tiny teardrop style that's literally a space capsule made just for a place to sleep and lay down, to some that are nicer than my house, actually.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what's great is that you're going to find them all under one roof in Novi. They're the first 5 days of February. Everything from an under $7,000 folding camper or pop-up camper similar to what I have, as you see behind me, to a Class A diesel pusher motorhome that could be in the range of better than $500,000-$600,000, that are just absolutely stunning motorhomes.
One of the posts you guys put out this week I saw is that the Airstream is still such a dominant shape in the camper world. It just makes you smile when you see that, as they call it, the stainless steel Twinkie, right?
Yeah, Airstreams are eye catching, and they sure they've got a following too of people who love to see them, and we're ecstatic that among the 15 dealers that will be at the show will be Woodland Airstream. That will have, I don't know how many units they'll have, but they'll be showing some of those beautiful shiny metal Airstreams that you see going down, and that's definitely a crowd pleaser. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what amazes me is, like you mentioned, how many, well, you call them units. I call them fun boxes, but how many you get in there. It's a sight to see, just to see how many. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you get so many RVs and campers in that area. I mean, it's a huge area, but I don't know how you do it. You get to see everything in there.
Yeah, it's a logistics, project, unquestionably, to move them all in and move them all out. But it's exciting for us. It means, pretty soon we're going to be taking these sweaters off, maybe, and getting back into some short sleeves. And it's kind of that first step in that direction. Although we've got some time left, of hoping that spring's right around the corner, and it's a great time to start planning for that, to get those campsites reserved, to figure out what, if you're looking to upgrade your camper, take a step down in your RV to maybe something else. It's time to start that planning.
One of the things that, as you said, the planning phase of this is so important, because if you're someone who's trying to get into a hot, state park, you've got to be on top of that game. But really, there are hundreds of private campgrounds that are easier to book, and this is a great place to learn about those, because they've got their booths, so you can go booth to booth and learn about these great private campgrounds that are out there. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about this show, is just so many, besides the campers and the RVs, you've got so many other partners that you can talk to.
Yeah, we love our friends at the DNR and the Michigan State Campgrounds and State Forest Campgrounds, and there's some of the state's most beautiful assets without question. But there's over 1,000 private campgrounds and RV parks in the state of Michigan, from the western UP all the way down to the far southern portions of the state, that provide wonderful camping and RV lifestyle facilities throughout the state. We've got all that information. That information's at the show without any question, and people will be able to get that. The other thing, if I can, gentlemen, is we provide some great information through our seminars at the show, whether you're looking to get some information on towing or suspension and some of those educational type things, but also speaking of eye catching, is you guys are coming for 2 different seminars at the show, and that's always a crowd pleaser.
That's more, I'd say that's more eye diverting than eye catching when Jim and I show up. But yeah, we are thrilled. We've been doing this how long now, Jim? We've been speaking there for 4, 5, 6 years, and we love coming out to the show. So we'll be there. I've got 6 p.m. Wednesday, February the 1st. We'll be speaking at the fabulous Marvac stage. And we'll also be there at noon on February the 5th, which is the Sunday, correct? Yeah, so
Correct.
We'll be
Closing
there.
day.
We'll be there telling tall tales and stories about the show. And we actually, one of our favorite episodes we ever did on the show, and we get so much response, positive response to the show, is when we did the RV adventure with Steve the RV, because we named everything on the show Steve. If I catch a fish, it's Steve. If we rent a car, it's Steve. We get an RV, it's Steve the RV. And we got such a tremendous response to that show.
And here's the great thing, because usually in our Q&A, when we're there speaking, people say, when are you doing your next RV show? We can now officially say, we have it on the calendar. We're going to film it this summer. It's going to be here in season 13. So we're super happy to be working on that as well.
The camping and RV lifestyle in Michigan is no small piece of what we do, right? 4th in the state, fourth in the country as far as RV shipments go, just behind California, Texas, and Florida. A huge number of campgrounds. It's part of what we do here. It's no secret, and so being able to showcase that through you gentlemen is a fantastic thing.
We love coming out and meeting the people and hearing And it's fun. I love how they all want to share their adventures with us and tell us about all the places they've been, the kind of RV they've got, where they like to camp, what they like to do. And it's another thing about the show I love is you can go there date night because you can get an adult beverage and something to eat. You can take your family, you can go alone and check out the RVs and the camping information. And it's a great event. So again, if you get a chance, it's at the Suburban Collection Showplace. It's February 1st through the 5th. And that's right? The 5th?
Yep,
Yeah.
first through the 5th, yep, absolutely.
And,
Hours, if I can, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, open from 2 to 9, Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sunday from 11 to 6.
And also because people see this all over the state, you've got a bunch of other shows coming up too, correct?
We do, actually. We're really excited about that too. So we do the show in Novi, the Detroit show, February 1st through 5th. And then come the beginning of March, we take the show on the road, so to speak, and do shows in Battle Creek, Flint, Port Huron, and Traverse City, and subsequent weekends throughout the month of March. For information on those show dates, times, ticket prices, all the above, the best place to get it is our website, www.marvac.org.
MARVAC, Marvac.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
Thanks for having us back. We love coming. We're I always get way too much to eat at all the places that are to eat there, but we have a blast. So
Yeah,
I can't wait.
well, thanks for having me today, and thanks for continuing to partner with us on this show. It's a great part of our heritage here in the state, and we're happy to showplace that.
The kid's still sleeping in the camper behind you there?
Yeah, and you can see that smoke coming out of the campfire, although it hasn't moved much in the last few minutes.